stream. Today we're going to be doing November bones because I put it off for too long and it's November and I want to find the bones. Come on, slide it slightly more up. Alright, let's get started. Hello! The autumn night wind was fresh and sweet like honey-crisp apples. A cloaked figure stalked an empty parking lot from just behind the tree of a bordering thicket. Hello! There are so many people here today. It was unclear whether he was lurking in the darkness or was himself shadow incarnate. Elias wasn't supposed to be out tonight, but circumstances gave him an opportunity for a small jaunt. It's either this or having a nice calm evening to myself. He shuddered. His slit eyes focused on a moving truck entering the deserted sea of pavement. This one has sound effects. That must be them. The truck swerved to a stop, the door opening to reveal a stout man in a balaclava. Hello, hello. Can they be any more obvious? The man lifted his mask and lit a cigarette. He's lucky I bothered to deactivate the CCTV. Hey! Anyone around? Elias! Hello? Boss told me you'd be here. I got stolen thing for yous. What an idiot. Should I even take this job? Maybe Raphael's right. Therapy might help the workaholism. A bit of unease pulsed in his abdomen. But for tonight, we ride. As he approached one by one, the street lights fizzled out to darken his path. Yip! Elias bowed in greeting, keeping his piercing gaze upon the man. Ugh. The man composed his trembling self with the clearing of a throat. Elias? The cloaked figure gave a slow, singular nod, keeping direct eye contact. Well, wow, sir, impressive pizzazz. You've got any tips? I gotta ask, what was the heist in the... Jazz gestured to the truck. Ah, right, business. Boss wants the payload protected and driven to the port in Aquacore by sunrise. Yous has 6 hours. Take any thieves alive, boss wants to deal with them himself. The map should be coded in the truck's GPS. Bones! Elias swept to the door of the trunk and opened it. Yay! Give me points. Yeah. The infamous fixer looked back at the man. Bones! We haven't seen any bones yet. Oh, that's where... He's gonna help yous. My bones! Hello! He looks like one gust of a pedestal fan could push him over. I don't have turkey. And that he'd apologize for inconveniencing it. No, he's staring at me. I think that's just what he does. Anyway, my job here is done. He tossed the keys to Elias and walked to the nearest bus stop down the street. I give him less than 6 hours until he's arrested for what's in that trunk. Elias looks down at the keys in his gloved hand. Bones! them to drive.
I know that.
You talk.
Snitches get stitches, Squirt.
It's Squirt.
I don't think people consider an alias remembering their name as a good thing.
Elias?
Yep.
Well, you didn't remember me from last time, so I didn't expect much now. Oh gods, I said that out loud.
Elias focused on his quivering voice. A toaster oven dinged in his head. Ah, you're the guy who accidentally joined a combat tournament instead of a video game one, eh? How have you been, healer? Still with fish?
It's Shark.
Wow, you really want me to remember you both, huh?
No, I don't.
I don't want him to piss his pants. I have things to do. Alright, Squirt. I'll check the payload and we can go. The back of the rental truck opened to reveal a box strapped down and covered in moving blankets. Must be fragile. I'll keep that in mind when driving. He peeked inside the moving blankets to find a monstrous skull staring back out at him. Shark. Cool. Everything seems to be in order. Elias flipped the moving blanket back in place and locked the trunk. Shove over, Squirt, I'm driving. Shark bone.
But I'm the driver.
Do you want to drive for 6 hours? He scooched over. The engine hummed to life and Elias rolled down the driver's side of the window. Ah, that's more like it. And the pair drove off. Elias drummed his fingers on the wheel. So you like music, Ort?
Is there a right answer?
Yeah, your opinion.
Well, I game to lo-fi.
Great, great. Who the fuck is Lo-Fi? Bert nervously pulled out his phone and unpaused the track he'd seemed to be in the middle of. Huh, it's quiet.
Yeah, I like it.
The fixer closed his window.
Thanks.
No problem, Squirt.
Eh.
The two rode in silence down the highway of Rhyme City. Rhyme? Rhyme. Rim. So, what made you take this gig? You don't exactly like fighting, and this is a protection job.
Aren't you famous for not talking much?
Yeah, but you ruined that by knowing me out of the cloak.
Lucky.
Well?
I need this job to get a birthday present for my boyfriend.
Valid reason. How much are the Bones boys paying you?
They haven't told me yet.
You need to stand up for your workers' right, dude.
Pardon me, but what do you know about respecting your own workers' rights? Mr. works on all days, even apparently your week off to attend a combat tournament to protect your boss.
Friend taught me.
I don't think I trust a billionaire teaching that stuff.
I think I know who the billionaire is, if I remember right. Say what you want, but he does pay well and forces me to take time off. Especially after the tournament. He's a valued business partner.
I wouldn't know. Last I met him, he was running a death game.
Legally mandated tournament for tax breaks.
I could have died.
But you didn't. Whatever you say, man.
Maybe if I move my mouse down, it'll be less visible. Conversation dictates that I have to say why you're taking this job too, right?
Excellent question. Nanya.
Who's Nanya?
Nanya business. It's a joke answer.
Oh. How long left?
5.5 hours.
For shark.
Hey, I'm a delight.
Only because you're a shadowy guy. Not because you're fun to be around. With all due respect, sir.
The truck screeched to a halt. Where was struck to the dashboard. What were you taught about wearing seatbelts?
That they emitted 5G Wi-Fi and unsynchronized your cells, causing cancer.
No. Wirt took out his only unbroken vial of water.
This is now a bone fixer, sir.
He sucked it down and his bones popped back into place. Still a healer, huh?
Kinda, yeah. Also, DPS, please don't beat me up for insulting you.
DP... I wasn't.
Why'd you stop the truck, then?
Elias gestured out the window. That car's on fire?
Oh, that car's on fire.
More importantly, it's in our way. Oh, there's the sound effects. Elias slipped out of the truck and watched the fire roar. His neck prickled.
Oh no, no. Did we call an ambulance? But they'd find us out.
This is set up too perfectly.
No, sadly.
Following his instincts, Elias' body dissolved into the shadows. He slithered to the back of the box truck. There's someone crouched over the trunk's paddock, a motorcycle parked behind them. Huh, somebody actually wants the bones.
Should we help the car? Hello? Where'd he go?
The lockpicker, startled, swiveled around. Elias was but a shadow in the night, invisible. He could hear Wirtz walk closer, still calling after him. The thief pulled out a revolver, staring at the corner that Wirt would turn. The Implorer wants any thieves alive, apparently. The only sound in the wind was that of the crackling fire as Elias appeared behind the thief. He tightly wrapped an arm around their throat and swiped for the gun. Huh, armor.
Bang!
He grabbed the person's wrist and squeezed until it broke, dropping the gun. Fuck! Surprisingly, their knees locked instead of buckling beneath the weight of their pain. Tough. The thief used their arm to jam their elbow back into their assailant. After the first hit, Elias stepped out of the way of another and slammed the intruder against the truck. A gas mask stared into the void of his hood. The only thing visible in his own shadow were two glowing eyes. The thief slowly raised their hands in surrender. Wirt turned the corner.
What? Who's that?
Elias kicked the gun over to him. Wirt hesitantly picked it up and weighed it in his hands.
Should we kill them?
Considering this must be Elias, I'd be dead already if he were so inclined. Elias let out a quiet snort and started to pat them down. Or if I may. The shadowy fixer pulled out something that made his heart drop. He'd be dead if I were so inclined. Elias looked down at the stun grenade in his hands and got back the intruder. How? The thief just stared at him through the empty eyes of their gas mask.
Well, that's all well and good. But since no one's dying, can we get out of here before someone sees and calls the police?
Elias threw the thief down and bound their limbs up with duct tape he kept attached to his belt. Kinky! No. I have a...
He talks!
Shit. As an extra method of precaution, the fixer took out a pen and wrote sigils upon the tape, holding their hands and feet together. So what do these doodles do? I cannot keep the thief's voice consistent. He slipped the cap back on the pen. With that tone of voice, they can't be left alone. He picked up and threw the thief into the passenger side seat of the truck.
What are you doing? That's my seat.
Well, we can't exactly have them back there with the bones.
Well, fine.
Word unlocked the rolling door and let himself in. You're a gem. Elias threw the motorcycle in before locking up the back of the truck. Please don't see me.
Of course there's a ghost. No worries. Just gotta not move for 5 hours. Please stop saying that.
The moment he was at the driver's cab, he saw that the thief flopped their front half into the pedal area. Elias pressed a piece of tape on his wrist. An electric shock pulsed through the thief's body. Ah, so that's what you did. He pulled them up. Wow, you really don't talk much, do you? He wrapped a seatbelt around their legs as extra protection. Extra precaution. Stay here like a good girl, and I'll think about talking to you during the car ride. You must be really popular at parties. Say what you want, but some people will throw an entertaining fit at the good girl. Especially dudes. It's not like I know enough to decide whether to be misogynist or misandrous for the bit. Makes gas mask voice changer. Why do I have... Okay, that's why. I wanted to see who was messaging me, and it makes sense. A woman, I'll give you that much. Then wait here, my lady. Elias sauntered out to the roaring flames. He stuck one piece of tape on each hand, writing precise circular patterns on both. These were sigils, code that could alter the world around those who were so educated. Aiming correctly, he clapped his hands. The wind around him focused and condensed, gushing out at the target. Yes. The car rolled off the road and into the bordering ditch. Elias panted, hands tingling. His ears rang, vision blurred. Stumbled back towards the truck. The usual strips of sigils on his body were faltering with the use of something more powerful. For just a moment, he felt like the frigid cold of November night. November! And the blood started to ooze from the bullet in his leg. He watched the shadows obscuring his face fade and come back in the driver's side mirror.
Oh, hello!
Elias stayed outside the box truck until his sigils stopped glitching. He did not have a face. He was not cold. He did not bleed. Are you okay out there? Did you move at all? Well, I do want that conversation. Then I'm fine. He wiped the blood off his leg and hands with a tissue before putting his gloves back on. Elias slipped into the driver's seat. The box truck drove off into the night. What are you chewing on? Evidence. I hate that I can guess what you mean. Then don't guess. He opened the window to feel the breeze. Huh, Wirt must have taken his phone with him. There's no lo-fi music. Your hood is blowing off. He gripped at it and it wasn't. She chuckles to herself. You certainly are trying to have your fun with me. Well, we do have 5 hours to burn. Until I pass you off to someone who will probably torture you and kill you. If you insist. That is going to happen. If you insist. I have a sense you don't exactly fear me. Do you now? Right, I'm not digging further into this topic. I'm not going to win. From experience? No. I'm just reading the writing on the wall. Seems like your handwriting. He clenched his teeth and took a breath. Alright, I'll step down. Thank you. Is it raining? Just started a minute back. Pull up the window, you'll catch a cold. As much as I appreciate my captive caring about my health, I don't get cold. That sounds like bullshit. Does it? I'm pretty famous for being a steel wall. You got terrified over a flashbang. An electric shock went through her body. Ah! Hardly. I just thought you were going to hurt yourself with it. A passion from the fixer. I'm honored. I don't. He listened to the rain, felt it patter against his cloak. So why did you take this job, of all things? Isn't November an off month for you? You've put research into me. What are you? A cop? Journalist? Fellow fixer? No. Why'd you plan to steal a box of bones from a couple of chuckleheads like us? Simple. Those bones belong in a museum. They're the first and currently only one of their kind. All of them should be able to view them, and the scientists interested should be able to research them. In a private collection, they wouldn't even be looked at. Only owned and stored as some sort of card no one can pull to investigate bragging rights. I heard that they were stolen from a cargo truck as they were being brought to the Rhyme City Museum. Forbidden bones. Haunted forbidden bone broth. I had time. I had to check it out. Your plans seemed well thought out. Is this not the first time you've done something similar? There are a lot of private collections around Zem which should not be private. I know one person that I've had many debates with around the subject of his own personal collection. But alas, my partner likes him, and I have my priorities in that. So I go after others from time to time. I've never heard of you. Strange. because I'm usually on tabs with repeated crimes in the Rome area. I only do one heist a year! I do have my own life to get back to, after all. I respect your idealism.
I respect your respect.
Do you respect anything else about me?
Yes.
What?
This and that.
Slippery.
Says the man who can turn into a shadow with the click of his heels.
His heart dropped. Not even Raphael knows where my shadow signals are. Did I mess up? Is she joking? Do I need to kill her? He laughed it off. I'm not a leprechaun. I didn't do a funky little dance down the nearest rainbow to get my powers.
Aren't you? You seem to be after gold.
Isn't everyone?
I have gold. I want knowledge.
Well, you can research the afterlife in a few hours.
Maybe.
I don't fail jobs.
Do you think they can hold me once you leave?
Touché.
Ah, so they are easy. Thank you.
What happens to you after this is none of my concern.
So if you think they're idiots, why take the job?
Back to this topic. I really think you're a journalist.
The only journals I write are academic articles.
You're dodging the question.
November is an off month for you. There must be a reason.
I don't think you have the right to answer my noble beef.
Call me curious. It's not often a man treats me so kindly when I'm captured.
Do you get captured often?
Well, I'm not close to and experienced in illicit affairs as you are. I'm a lady of science.
And motorcycles and guns.
I can be multifaceted.
Then don't sell yourself short to me.
How else am I supposed to lower your guard?
He batted the gas mask away from the triangular button before she could activate the hazard lights. I'm always on guard.
That sounds like paranoia, Kitty.
He felt his face burn. Don't call me that.
You slink around in his like one. I can only guess your reaction to being stroked.
Shit like that is reversed. Reserved. Shit like that is reserved.
A special man in your life?
To clarify those rumors, I'm not having an affair with Raphael Lemen. I'm straight.
Then a special lady in your life?
Who's to say?
The most open-closed book I've ever seen.
That would be Mr. Lemen. I don't know how to pronounce that. His name.
Lemen. No, he's the most closed open book I've seen. There's a meaningful difference. I don't think that Ro is capable of making straight.
That reminds me, I have to send this to Ro later.
Ah, so you've met the man.
Oh, so you've met the man.
I've seen interviews at the very least. I'm good at reading people.
Are you now?
You work to take your mind off things. You don't like being alone with your thoughts when you're not focused on something.
Maybe a medical journal who... Psychological profile of Zem's most notorious fixer.
If you want a psychological profile, I could probably guess your diagnosis.
Could be magic. Power might be mind reading. Don't think about things, me. He filled his mind with the sound of rain. Shall I get you some tea leaves to read my fortune next?
I doubt we can find a drive-thru right now, let alone go through one with how I'm tied to the seat.
I have a things for tea in my satchel.
Might I have some? I'm parched.
I'm not that nice.
I'll allow you to take my mask off. Tit for tat.
Then I'd know who you are.
I wouldn't be so sure. I have one of those faces. It's not like I'll be fed when I go to where I'm going.
You need to sit up. I don't want you to choke.
She struggled slightly and sat up against his shoulder. I need you to unclasp it.
Now this feels like a setup.
My hands are tied and my wrist is broken, oh wise one.
He sighed and unclasped the gas mask, eyes on the road. It fell to the passenger's foot space.
Thank you, it's getting really stuffy.
Voice changer is off, but she sounds strange. She's putting on a voice. He reached into his cloak and took out the travel mug, flicking the mouthpiece open. Go ham.
Much gratitude, kind sir.
Her unbroken hand grasped the mug and took a drink.
Gyokuru, you must really need the caffeine.
At least I didn't make it koicha.
I don't know teas, let alone how to pronounce them. Which I'm glad for. I don't know how you can drink that syrup.
Caffeine, baby.
Espresso.
Didn't feel like it. I like to vary the ways I slowly kill myself. Next time is energy drinks.
From what I gather, you'd be drinking battery acid by the end of the decade.
As someone who's licked a few types of batteries for pocket change as a kid, I'm not looking forward to how the inside will taste.
Do I need to clarify that you should not drink sulfuric acid or the black DV goop?
No. I've seen the effects of that, and I'm not jonesing to try it out for myself.
And if you hadn't before?
I'll let you draw your own conclusions on my intelligence.
Noted! What do you think of my conclusions are?
Well, the reason I stay silent during my job is the tendency to stick my foot in my mouth, so most likely not high.
And you seem to have been primed for conversation by the other guy.
You caught that?
As said, I'm good at reading people.
And what do you read off me?
I think I've said an amount already.
Then talk about you. You'll never see me again. Much less anyone else if you don't escape. Is there anything you want to say?
You're good at brewing tea.
Look who's flaking out on questions now. She leaned back against his shoulder and thought.
My research is going well. I'm only in Rhyme City for the weekend before I fly back out to the dig site for the rest of the month.
Here for the bones?
Among other things, yes. I also forgot a few notes and papers in my desk that I don't feel safe using the mail system to send.
So what's your research about?
It's probably boring.
Oh, she's barely containing herself. If it needs credentials, I have a few in that area. The next hour was the thief ranting with gusto about her experiences at the dig site. Elias, who did have a bachelor's in archaeology, listened. Her passion was infectious. Squatters' rights. Those bees had a right to investigate that tomb before you all did.
By the size of it, it had time to investigate for several years. We had to take the whole thing back to a nearby lab in case it had anything important in it.
As much as I love the chase for knowledge, you wouldn't have found me within a mile of that area once you cracked that open. My wife would kill me for putting myself in that type of danger before the bees did. The thief snorted.
Allergic?
What you gonna do, summon the swarm?
Mayhaps.
The thief started chanting nonsense words. Wait, no! He rolled up the windows and closed the vents.
Scared?
You're not freaking me out. She started chanting again. He covered her plush lips with his gloved hand. Stop. She nodded. He slowly lifted his hand from her mouth.
Apologies, you're fun to tease.
I'm also driving this 4.3-ton vehicle that I'd rather not crash. I have somewhere to be after this.
Oh.
Picking someone up, don't worry about it.
You're going to Aquacore, right? We're going to Aquacore, right?
Yep.
I'll stop bugging you then. Do you normally drive in silence?
Usually listen to Nunya.
Oh, my favorite band. Do you also listen to Shut Up or and Screw Yourself, Shelf? How about Fuck Off?
Wise choices.
No, but really. Put some music on.
What would you want to?
Power pop.
Elias pursed his lips. Alright, nerd. If you insist on trash.
Oh, I do.
Elias shuffled up the first playlist on his MP3 player.
That was picked way too quickly for someone who isn't trash like me.
Might I direct you back to the band Shut Up? Elias is trapped with her.
No, I love this song.
The pair listened in. Song playing, even if it doesn't fit. Imagine there's lyrics. You're as pretty as the night I met you. Night I met you, yeah, it's still true. Girl, you're still new. Every preview, my eyes are still glued. Staying with you. The thief laughed as the song ended. Even Elias couldn't bring the smile away from his hidden lips. Gods, I love this song. It's alright.
You know all the words.
As do you.
It's my partner's favorite.
Are they? Wait. Is this some heterosexual nonsense? Are they already dating and deciding to pretend they're not? I don't think that's the case, but it would be funny. I haven't heard it in a while. That's nice.
Alright, from your history, you used To sidekick for a detective, right?
You really must have done your homework.
What can you figure out about me?
You enjoy poking fun at me, for one. Pain tolerant. Passionate about your work. Observant and smug about it. Flirty but respectful. Not a gym bro, but muscular for a scientist. You didn't want to kill me with that gun. Or at all. You've had several chances.
Have I?
Probably more than the ones I've noticed. You want to be here.
I haven't noticed.
Those are the definitive things I've seen. But I can make a few leaps.
She leaned back against him. Go for it, kitty.
His face burned. I take back respectful if my coming observations are wrong.
Well?
You know I have prosopagnosia. It's why you were chill with me taking off your mask.
Whatever is that?
If you know, you know.
I know, to some degree.
At least, I know thanks to the visual up here. You're a conservator at the Rhyme City Museum, and you're happiest when you bury yourself in it.
I think that's a stretch, but a logical one.
The reason you go abroad for research and apparently commit heist in November is a similar reason why I take November off from being Elias. Which is why you're so interested in why I'm here.
Well, it's a strange thing to see a man with a pattern break a pattern. A whole month yearly means you have a reason to take it off. Can I not be curious?
You can be. Especially if you know the reason I take it off. Your favorite genre is secretly big band. It is one of the things you considered worth inheriting from your mother. You love dancing to it. Took a swing class and everything in high school. Your idiot boyfriend came with you because you convinced him it would be a good exercise.
That's specific.
He truly enrolled because he wanted to see you light up when you danced. He can't recognize much about your face, but the air you gave off was entrancing. Am I right that they're dating? And this is all nonsense? And how do you
think you know all that?
They're flirting. Just a hunch.
A hunch?
Am I wrong? You have a 4-year-old kid. He's currently at his grandmother's house in a small town near Aquacore. Sometimes you do. Your husband's gone to pick him up in the morning.
Is he now?
Yes, he's also quite embarrassed currently. Roberta Albertston chuckled. She lowered her voice back down to her normal tone and spoke her normal accent.
Is he, Anthony?
Oh, gods, I was right. I was right! Anthony Jekyll Albertston deflated against the driver's seat. I am an idiot, Bert. Yes, you are. She snuggled into his shoulder.
But you're my idiot.
Yours.
No, if you don't untie me, I'm not going to tie you up for 6 months.
He pulled over and cut away the duct tape. Your wrist.
Like I haven't broken yours before, kitty.
Different circumstances. Hide. How do you fix a wrist?
Anthony, it's 3 a.m.
He patched his wife up the best he could. Roberta reached her other hand into Anthony's hood and buried it into his fluffy hair. She was right on the money. He leaned into the strokes like a cat. Gods, I've missed you.
Just a few more weeks and I'll be back home, possession.
He shuddered a sigh and nodded against her gloved hand.
I can't say that I'm happy that you're taking a break from your break, but not surprised.
Your observations were correct. Tobias is at Mum's. Raphael is busy and you're away. No jobs, finished uni essays, home spotless. My thoughts needed a distraction and my body needed fresh air.
And you chose the worst job you possibly could.
This is definitely a situation.
You have to choose between your wife and your reputation.
Wife. Anytime. She chuckled.
You're not thinking big enough. Which is to be expected, you simpering mess.
I'm not that bad.
Eat your pinky.
She pinned him down before he could.
Down, boy.
You proved my point. Touché. So, you have a plan?
I've been thinking about it.
6:47 a.m. Roberta drove back into a hot-wired convertible pickup truck stolen from the port's parking lot. An unseen shadow strapped to the case of bones and a few other emancipated artifacts to the floor of the truck. Secure! Drive! They drove off, work tied beside the case.
Ah! I'm gonna die!
I've never gotten you killed before.
You've been close!
Oi, Bert, you're followed. Drive! Roberta rolled out of the driver's seat just as Anthony manifested in her. She stood and flung a few shots of her revolver as well as the stun grenade. Anthony bent down so none of the light could hit him as she sat and covered her ears. The flashbang exploded on the hood of the car behind them.
No.
There we go. The flashbang exploded on the hood of the car behind them, which crashed into a tree. Roberta laughed, the sound like bells to her husband. Woo! She escaped the moment I left, so you can't pin it on me. Not my fault, and no, one of knows I'm the getaway driver. It's a great love story. Not my fault, getaway driver. We're borrowing words so we can fix Bert's wrist when convenient. Perfect. Gods, I love my wife. She kissed his cheek.
I love my husband. I don't love this! story by Rodin. Creator. Robin! Music, psych, Rodin again. Sound effects, the Creative Commons. Player, me. Wow. I know Ro too! What a small world this is. This was fun. I greatly enjoyed it. I'm glad that I overthrew the polls and decided that I wanted to do November Bones now. Apparently it got a sequel. October something. October Blood, I believe? It was cute. I enjoyed it. I think once I get done with October Blood, I can't give you more bones. I only have so many. All the bones that we had were shark. It's all the bones I have. But yeah, thank you all for being here. I greatly appreciate it. This was a nice hour. It would have been really funny if it mentioned like 6 hours for the game. 6 hours endgame, and then it took 6 hours. That'd be funny, but that'd be so much writing, which, honestly, fair for not doing. This was a nice one. I enjoyed it. I'm sorry for everyone to hear me sing whatever I sung earlier, but I don't know how to sing music that isn't matching up with the music. I know how to sing, but not that song. Yeah, thank you all for watching. I think the next thing should theoretically be hand practice. Theoretically, and after that, I will try to do In Stars in Time. Thank you all for being here. I greatly appreciate it, and I'll see you all another time. Bye, stream!